Hello my friends and welcome back to Rome 2. It's another battle commentary and it's a 2v2. I choose to bring Carthage and my ally has Scythia. Our opponents choose to bring Rome, so both of them are Rome. The map is called Battle of Apollonia. It is on large fronts, and let's quickly go over my army composition. In the front line I choose to bring 3 units of Balearic slingers. Without any upgrades, just cheap skirmishing units. On each flank I have 1 unit of Carthaginian cavalry and 1 unit of noble cavalry. These noble cavalry as shock cavalry to hammer and anvil if possible, and this Carthaginian cavalry to stay in the fight. Then in a cavalry fight, they stay in it. The noble cav comes in, charging in and in and in and again. And in a line fight just to hammer and anvil with all of them. My main line late Carthaginian hoplites, 1, 2, actually 1, 2, 3 I think, yes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, so quite a lot. My general is noble cavalry as well, and here another Carthaginian cavalry and noble cavalry. I have, as you can see, quite the normal Carthaginian army, I would say. It's quite balanced. I have a bit of everything, no sword units. I decided not to bring any. And let's go over my allies' army. He has obviously Scythian, so Scythian Amazonian riders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. His general is Scythian Royal Horse, and in front of them we have 2 Royal Horse and 2 Scythian Royal Horse, 1 Step Noble Lancers, 3 Step Noble Lancers, and on the right flank 1, 2, 3, 4 Scythian Royal Horse, Step Noble Lancers, another 3. So yeah, obviously all cavalry, no infantry, so that's going to be on me, and we play versus Rome. One of our opponents, General Bodyguards, obviously the Legatos, auxiliary Syrian archers, 1, 2, 3. Supported by 3 units of auxiliary Balearic slingers. His main line, Principes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Principes, and yeah, lots of firepower. I'm not sure if he has cavalry, but we will see about that. The other opponent here has Hastati, 4 units in testudo formation in the front. That guy really wants to run away. It is kinda wise in terms of I can't charge in because then I get, like with my cavalry, because I get fired up on with these velites and he can just counter charge me with his cavalry. But I also can't shoot at these guys as this would be waste of ammunition. So it's kinda nice. But as soon as they get in close combat range, they need to be dropped and then they are free to charge. He's in his front lanes, War Dogs, 2 units. Yeah, they are very, very good against archers, because they just run in and bite them to pieces. Against more heavily armored troops, they are kinda useless. So it's always a risk to use them. But if you get them into an archer line like this, for example, or even the other Roman player here, that's totally worth it, and they're going to rack up a nice amount of kills. He supports these guys with 4 units of velites, and then, as I already told you, Cornelius Drag uses this from time to time. It is yeah, kinda normal Roman formations, where the light hastati on the front, or light hastati, well, they are lighter armored than the Principes, so the medium infantry is in the front, screened off by velites, followed up by legionary cohort. That might not be historically correct, but it's then heavier infantry in the back line that come and fill the gaps, and then in the back we have the triarii, who are supposed to, at first, block opponents from charging in, obviously, and they're also the last line of defense. They are the elite warriors, so it goes youngest, young, middle age, like in terms of experience, medium, and this is very, very, very experienced. They have fought for the Roman army, or with the Roman army for years, and they managed to get the best equipment possible. So these are the elite warriors. And the opponent, in case me with my infantry, is supposed to tie out and lose lots of men on the first 2 ranks, defeat get defeated. If not possible, these 3 areas are supposed to hold the last line and allow then these units to reform behind them. He also has socio-equites, 1, 2 of them. Socio-equites extraordinary. So, and yeah, 2 of them and 2 Praetorian cavalry on next to his legatus. Let's start right into this battle. It's going to be very close. I can tell you that already. And it was very fun to fight. Even though I had my issues, as I didn't. My opponent at first chose, I think, Bactria, and switched in a couple of minutes before we went to Scythia. And I didn't want to change my army again. And I did think that this was kinda the right army to bring, as Carthage does have quite a lot of holding force. So I can hold the ground while Scythia is going to soften the opponents up and with rear strikes. But I was worried indeed when I realized I need to fight 2 Roman armies with my 1, aka this Roman can just come in here. Okay, they don't have spears, so, and no cavalry, so that's kind of the bad decision they had. But this guy could basically position his spears on their flank or back, use his whole army to flank me and fall me in the back, and while this army attacks from the front, and his spears just need to ward off this cavalry, maybe try to even engage. If they're getting into close combat with them, that'd be awesome. For them, not for us, obviously. And yeah, the skirmishing immediately starts. Scythia uses his... what was this? Amazonian riders to get a couple of shots off into the... oh no. The Principes actually... yeah, and went into Studo formation and now even charge forward to throw their peeler. But they didn't get any kills. But they didn't get killed yet. But they are very, very vulnerable. Again, I can understand why my ally is not charging straight into that unit, as all of these archers would support support them then and shoot him to pieces. Yeah, here we see now they're starting to drop. 4 men down already with the backs to these riders. 50, so 6 men down. Now it's Testudo again. But again, if you get Testudo and march away, it's a juicy back and you're marching even slower. So, and the sides open as well. Another 5 men down. If we just... it definitely does not look nice for them. One after another is falling. Now they are turning, but it's already too late. Just look, there are only a couple left. But here's cavalry support coming in. This is under the Praetorian. Yeah, Praetorian cavalry is coming. But these Principes are down to 30 men, so it's quite a heavy blow. 26 killed. These Principes don't lose. No, they didn't lose anyone. Here's socio-equites coming in now. But the Amazonian riders are protected by steppe noblelands. They have a very nice charge. And I'm just putting my cavalry over to the flank to ward off my opponent pushing even further forwards with his hastati. And yeah, I'm just trying to stay as my allies said. Just stay, hold them back, let me skirmish around and try picking off targets. So I did exactly that. I just stood back and yeah, just stayed back and let the enemy come to me. And also with this cavalry, I know that he doesn't have much cavalry left, as all of his cavalry is now focused on that flank. Where is it? Here are the 2 Praetorians and here are the socio-equites. He pulls 1 back now. The only cavalry unit he has at the moment at this flank is legatus. Now 1 socio-equites. I love how all of these guys have like dagger, a bolt and a small shield, while the commander of the unit has Roman shield, Roman sword, a helmet and everything. So yeah, I think my guys fire one volley or something on these Hastati, but then I give them the order to stop firing as this is pointless.
Oh dear! I think they've chosen the wrong fight today.
Yeah, let's go over here again. Yeah, as I said, these guys just getting picked apart now. All of this firepower here. One after another, they just fall. And that was what I was saying. Don't commit your cavalry like this, and not like in a bunch he did. I mean, they were all riding in a circle. He gets 2 socio-equities, but that's not great trade. Did he get anything else? As it looks, he didn't get anything. Yeah, here steppe noble lancers are coming now. In the back of these guys. I dropped 2 men so far. But these steppe lancers, oh, they only dropped 3 men and killed 6, so far it's been a good trade for them. And now the opponent tries to pull out his socio-equities and loses much more than he actually would have needed to. Another steppe lancers comes in, and now my ally uses the confusion and charges everywhere frontwards. Still has his flank open, so he just ties the units down, and they're all sword units. So in the long ongoing fight they might win, but they don't have the bonus versus cavalry, making the hammer and anvil charges just so devastating, especially in testudo formation. That's not going to do very. As you can see, everything has been shoved back. They didn't lose they hardly lost anything on the charge. I think, okay, fair enough. Then they would have needed to be charged from the sides. As you can see, my opponent unleashed his dogs. I pulled my slingers back, so my Carthaginian hoplites are killing them off now. Under constant fire of these velites. I'm just going into hoplite hall to give myself this extra protection. As I said, these dogs don't have a chance against armor or heavily armored units. Against light armored units, yes, definitely. They're a great weapon. And here I just countercharge now everywhere. My cavalry, I pulled 2 units in the back there, 2 units here. So I can potentially sandwich these 2 Hastati units, which are completely completely abandoned this fight here. I pull my lance forward to not give my opponent the opportunity to flank me. Going to countercharge there. Here it is. I'm winning decisively, so that's good. Here I'm losing because it's 2 units as well as 1 legionary cohort. Same should be happening here then. Oh no, combat is even. Combat is even. And yeah, here I charged in now from the back, making 1 unit rout already, nearly. I just pull out again, give them a charge order with this unit. And the Carthaginian cavalry comes in first, getting some peanuts off, killing only 1 of my guys, and now this... Holy shit, they just charged right through there. They're dropping very quickly, these Hastati, and now I come in with the rest. He sees he could save these units, pulling 1 Triari on there, but they're unfortunately for him too late. These guys are going to rout, and I think I'm going to pull out now. Yep. I'm just pulling over there and then falling in the back of the line. Here, combat is even. I interrupted them as they wanted to attack me from the back. Here, his socio-equities went into my Balearic slingers. I countercharged him with my general, and I'm winning the fight decisively. Also, I have no supportive fire of these slingers here. I used them at first to fire into the flank of these guys, but now into the cavalry unit. All along the line, I won this fight there. The problem was I was micromanaging my cavalry a lot and didn't really use my units very effectively on that line, which will bite me hard in the end because this unit is losing. I could have just fallen in the back here and won and charged the general. Here I see that he's using his Triari to charge me again. I destroyed 1 war dog, charging into these. And I'm using my cavalry now to just hopefully be able to break this blob up or support my one unit there at least. Here you can see now this unit 1. I could have won that flank much more quickly. Could have supported here, here and here, but I was being stupid. Here my slingers are now open again, being charged. Here I did manage to... The Scythia 49 and nearly routing, that's interesting. So yeah, let's just quickly go in slow motion. Let's see what my ally... Okay, I was a bit too late. So it looks like my ally quite nicely managed to clean up all of these Roman troops. I guess he was just charging in and out, as his shock cavalry is best used in this way, or left 1 or 2 units into close combat to pin the opponents down. So yeah, now my cavalry pulled in there, pulled out, is now attacking his general. My general here is helping out these 2 units as I really need them to defeat this legionary corps with the help of these Carthaginian cavalry. Here I get attacked from the front and the back. I use my remaining slingers to shoot the legionary corps into the back. Yes, one silver chevron. That makes them even stronger. Here my unit is holding out very nicely. Now he puts Triarii to the rescue for him. And his legatus is still on 8 men. So I need to pull out my cavalry here now again. I won that fight now. Pulling over here, using my cavalry, I think to charge over here or here, I'm not entirely sure. So he has 8 men of his general left. I still have my Balearic slingers left, at least partially, and they're in a close combat now. Unit losing, yeah. Combat is even for the Triarii, unit winning slightly for the Eagle Court. Yeah, I'm charging into that unit here, the Legionary Court. Got a nice charge there, but won't protect the Carthaginian hoplites as the Triarii come in. And just after I activated that, my general is going to die. I pulled him out, but it did not help. My general is dead. And then I was already like, oh damn it, I probably lost that. As my units were all very weak already and had mostly cavalry left, and you can see he has 2 Triarii units left, 50 men, 56 and 56. So they are really strong still, and I was not sure if I can beat them, and as you can see here, my ally has Scythian-Royal and Scythian-Royal, but in total 20 men, which are just about to finish off these auxiliary Balearic slingers, meaning they're not the greatest help. And I just pin them down and then charge in and charge out. I do manage to get rid of most of his sword infantry. But yeah, here you see the Balearic slingers gave them the last touch. So the Triarii in 2 Triarii square formations and 1 is fighting over here. Still very, very bad combat for me. I was just firing with my slingers now at these guys to do as much damage as I can. The problem is though, in this square formation, they're protected from everywhere, and that really does not harm them too much. I charge in here into the back of these Triarii. I need to get them down and kill them off as quickly as possible. I use these 2 now to charge in here and want to get rid of this legionary cohort, completely ignoring the Triarii staying next to them. And I will manage to break them. So that's something. And here, I don't know what happened, but yeah, I do manage to kill a couple there, but my guys are going to be out of ammunition very soon. Pull my general in and now I pull out again. And now he dropped out of square formation. And that is for me the time I can attack that. They have a rear, they have a flank, and not like the square, they have only the front side. Do I really? Okay, I just charged. Oh, no, I wanted to charge, but then I saw this unit is unprotected, and let's do Hammer and Anvil there. This Sherry here is still holding out long, and this is what I meant. These guys are elite units, the last line of defense, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. Stand and fight for as long as possible. If they would have units left, they would be able to reform behind them, but these guys are the last line, and they're now square, as you can see, and they are going to lose, but put up a very nice fight. Here these three areas are surrounded now, but still 30 men of 60, and against cavalry spears unit, doesn't really matter how many they are left, they are normally always going to win in an ongoing fight. So I just pull everything out again and going to engage again, as I do more damage with the charge than in an ongoing combat, especially versus these spear units. And when they are not braced, I can do actual damage to them. As you can see, they're dropping now again. They're now only 19 men and wavering 17. And because when I attack from everywhere and my allies supporting me now, meaning I can get it done. Now I use all of the rest of my infantry, get into close combat, try to break up this formation, and then attack them from the flanks, if that kinda even exists. Basically attack them along the line of here. And as you can see, they are all in red morale, my units as well as theirs. But with that charge, I should be able to tip the favor into our direction. As you can see, they waver now, but they're still holding strong. This is they're being attacked from everywhere, and now they're out. 41 men left. Let's see the statistics. I brought less than our opponents. They have brought actually this in the exact same numbers, 882 each. I brought 714, my ally 448. I lost 500 men, but killed 800, which is, well, not nearly as much as both of our opponents added up together. My ally did 529, 28 kills. Let's see, my cavalry here with 190 or 80, 70, 60 and 50, I did very nice. These guys 50, 23, 35, did okay, especially considering a couple of their kills were cavalry as well as triarii, so I'm happy with that. 40 not too good, 90 is very good, 40, 60, 50, not the greatest, but they held the line for long enough for my cavalry to do the damage they needed to do. Could have micromanaged quite a bit better there, I must say. I don't know, that was my, what means my, was the Roman unit to the right, that the one that I fought. His cavalry 17 and 22 kills. I don't know which one fought against me, which one against my ally, but the one that fought me, you can see 17 or 22 kills. That were all Balearic slingers. I can give them away, I trade them for this unit any time. And his general actually got nothing done. I expected him to do better. But yeah, he didn't get any kills in the Balearic slingers, even though he charged them twice. Managed to kill him finally. His Balearic slinger, auxiliary Balearic slingers, 82 kills is very nice, 30 and 20 is okay. But these units, his archers didn't pay off at all, 15, 20 and 17. Absolutely useless. These Hastati with 0 and 2. I guess these were the two units I overrun with my cavalry. And these two kills were done with their Pila, nothing else. Here 7 kills, 32 kills, definitely nothing worth mentioning. 30, 20, 24, 50, 3 and 22. The 50 were maybe okay, but the rest of them very, very, very useless. Let's go to our other two opponents. My allies, his cavalry, his Amazonian riders didn't get too much done, to be honest. This was all down to this one royal horse. His 173 kills, that's insane. His general 50, 40, 90, 60, 20, okay, these then didn't get much done. I think this is the ones he used to tie the opponent down. And yeah, his ally then in the end with this Velites. I think, no, this one was my opponent. 7691. Not much. His cavalry either. 26 to. Yeah, his legatus did get 57 kills. I was already surprised. He did get quite a lot of kills on my how are they called, slingers. Then his Astarte, not that much. These guys, I don't know. I think the 6 and 15 were the ones I overrun, but they hardly got any kills. These cohorts here, especially this one, 54 kills and 43, they did well. These ones not so much, and the Triaria 50, 50 and 40. They did a very, very nice hold in the end, nearly winning it for the opponents. But here the War Dogs useless as well. I mean, the only reason why they were useless is because I put my slingers behind my hoplites. If I would not have done that, they would have probably wrecked my slingers and got quite a nice amount of kills there. So overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you did not, then give it a dislike and explain me in the comments why. I will try to improve next time, and I also see you next time.